the explosions. Luckily, it threw me backwards into the building pretty hard. It gave me some bruises on my back, a small concussion, but other than that, I'm alright.
Well, that rung your bell pretty good there, didn't it?
Yeah, you can say that again. Well, look, Professor, I didn't call just to tell you I'm here in the hospital. I called to warn you about something.
Warn me? About what?
Well, something funny happened when I was there yesterday, and I was on my way down the hall heading out. A man, he stopped me. He said he was part of lab security.
Lab security?
Informer,
You don't have anyone in that position.
you wouldn't
Our
dare.
security is all electronic.
Well, I'll just have to bring this to a stop right here and
What
now.
did he say to you?
Well, he told me they were checking all outgoing packages and...
There, so much for that. I've come too far to let a simple mailman ruin every...
another room and
Wait, the signal is still there. What's wrong with this piece of scrap?
just going to warn
Stop already.
you, package bomb,
Shut up.
danger.
There. Go ahead and talk. Nobody's listening. But next time, it'll be more than just a cut phone line. Because I'm not through with you. Not by a long shot.
Who is this evil man, and what exactly does he want? And why is he so interested in those two packages? And what kind of dark plans is he cooking up in his twisted mind? In any case, the team at the lab is right in the middle of it all, and they don't even know it. There's intrigue, mystery, and much more just ahead on Sasquatch Episode 9, Confrontations.
Well, we sure do appreciate you letting us come on down here like this.
Yeah, you ain't ever lying. We sure do.
Oh, it's no problem, really. Glad I could be of help. Hope you guys were able to get a bit of sleep last night. I'll get some breakfast going.
That's my fine of you, sir.
My pleasure. I admit, I didn't expect any more to happen last night, or for you guys to have to pick up and come down here in the middle of the night. But tell me exactly what happened that led you to being here.
Well, we wasn't expecting to have to come either. But,
Things got a little hairy. I tell you, it sounded like they was having a hoedown out there.
just afraid your sister Baldwin ain't got nothing to do with it.
Hey now, she's just a big old friendly gal.
I reckon. That's about as good a way of describing her as any.
Well, fallen sisters aside, sounds like you two had a pretty intense night. Tell me what happened.
Well, there we were after you left. Well, that was a relief.
Yeah, I sure am glad that there fellow done came on by.
Yeah.
What was that Bigfoot feller's name again?
Ron what they done said.
You think he'll really come on over here?
Oh, hell, just, I don't know. Why you always got to be so, the pessimist. Dagnabbit, man done said he was coming.
Well, I'd rather be a pessimist than just a pest.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said, I reckon we ought to get us some rest.
I reckon so.
Did you hear that?
No. When I took my hearing aid out for that phone call earlier. Let me get it back in.
Sounded like something heavy was walking around.
All right, settle down. I got my old hearing aid in now, so if it happens again, I'll be able to make it out.
Do you think it could be the Bigfoot critter again?
I don't know. That Braun fellow said it was most likely got scared off all the noise.
Well, I'm gonna get my gun anyway.
Don't go shooting at every sound in the woods again. He done said you messed up shooting that the first time.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
Said you done pissed it off.
Oh, you think?
Well, like he said, would you want someone coming up in your house shooting at you?
No, I don't reckon I would. But what else was I supposed to do? You heard them there noises that critter was making?
He said that's just what they try to do to scare you off.
Well, it damn sure worked.
Yeah, well, that was before you done went and shot at it.
Did you hear it that time, old man?
Yeah, I sure did. There's something out there, all right.
Any ideas what it is?
Why you keep asking me all that? Dang it, do I look like Marvin Perkins to you? This ain't no mutual Omaha.
'Cause this here cockamamie plan was your idea, so for a moment I thought just maybe you knew what you were doing.
Well, I reckon I don't. Now, do I just... There, you happy now? I done said I was wrong. Well, you ain't helped the situation none at all.
Well, now what we supposed to do?
Well, the man said that usually you should just sit and relax and they might go away.
But it don't sound like it went too far away to me.
Well, he ain't never shot at one either, you idiot.
Well, what's done is done now, ain't it?
I reckon so. I gotta go relieve myself again. You just stay here with the gun and watch my backside.
Watch your backside? While you go to do your business? Hell, I ain't wanting to see all that.
That never just spray, you know what the hell I mean.
Yeah. You go handle your business. You all right back there, Chester?
Yeah, I'm all right.
What the Sam Hill was that? Did you hear it?
Hear it? Hell, I felt it.
That didn't sound like what we heard earlier.
No, it didn't. It sounded bigger.
Sounds like they done went and got your pappy.
Yeah.
Now what the hell we supposed to do?
Well, whatever you do, don't go shooting at Barney Five.
How you gonna tell me what I can and can't shoot out here?
The man said don't shoot at it unless it's life or death situation.
What the hell you think this is, Chester Joe? Sure feels like a life or death situation to me.
I mean, if it's up close on you, damn it.
Well, it sounds like it was right beside me.
Damn it, Jesse, don't shoot the thing unless you can see the whites of his eyes, all right?
Whoa. Now it's chunking rocks at us?
Yeah, and pretty big ones, too.
Chester Joe, I'm gonna kill you if we ever get out of here. You done dragged my ass out here into this mess.
Shut up, Jesse. I ain't seen me twisting your arm. Tell you what, you look how like you are. You done woke up with a pillar stuffed in your face. I may tell you.
What the hell you want to do now? Let's get closer.
Shut up and get the dang truck. That's what led us over here.
Wow, sounds like the two of you got out of there just in time.
Not soon enough for my liking.
Well, it's daylight now. I know you guys haven't had much sleep. I think we should head up there and have a look around.
Yeah, I believe so. We gotta get all our stuff we left anyway.
Yeah, and I can't forget Sue Ann's pots either.
You mean Sue Wee's pots?
Hey, dang it, she ain't that big.
Yeah, but I done seen her eat.
Well, speaking of eating, breakfast is almost done. Then we'll head up there.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, I'm so hungry I could eat a possum. You mean horse, you idiot. You eat what you like and I'll eat what I like.
Yeah, what is it? He does? I am? What do you mean I'm outside legal boundaries? All I did was walk around the debris and have a look around. Yeah, I picked up a couple of things to look at them. Big deal. What about it? I did what any self-respecting news reporter should do in that situation. I'm not just going to sit back and allow them to spoon-feed me their prepared statement, a.k.a. the big lie. The people have the right to know what's going on. Nobody blows up just one box of mail without a specific motive in mind. There was something in that box that someone wanted destroyed. They weren't after the building or anyone who works there. They were only after one thing, to destroy evidence. No different from any other agency that gets caught with its pants down. They just didn't get to the paper shredder fast enough. Well, in this case, the shredder didn't do the full job. Something got left behind. And if no one has the guts to step up and tell the world what it is, then I will. Ratings? You're worried about ratings? Are you serious? I'm trying to get the truth on the air and you're worried about your precious ratings? What do you mean the truth is irrelevant? I don't believe I'm hearing this. Whatever happened to honesty, huh? Whatever happened to accurate news reporting? Whatever happened to self-respect? Outdated? Well, let this outdated reporter tell you something. You can just tell Mr. High and Mighty over there in his glass palace that I'm not interested in his ratings. I'm interested in the people knowing the truth, and I will do whatever it takes to find it. And when I find it, I'm going to take it to every TV and radio station, every newspaper and magazine, and I'm going to shove it in their face. And if Mr. High and Mighty expects me to jump when he says jump, and just play along and roll with the company line, then he's got another thing coming.
Now, the first thing I'm going to do is to get someone in here who can inspect our security system and figure out just how it was tampered with. I know the perfect person for the job, so I'll call them and get them over here today. I also called the 2 other labs where our packages were supposed to go, and neither one of them received them. That tells me they must have been casualties of the explosion at the post office yesterday. From the little bit I got from Larry before the call was cut off, someone knew about those packages in advance, and they were all too interested in them. So mailing another set is out of the question. That being the case, someone's going to have to do a hand delivery face-to-face. And because of the circumstances involved, I'm foregoing the second copy of the picture and just sending one instead. That way, whoever goes only has to go to one location and back again. Now, the lab I'm sending it to is too far from here to drive in any decent amount of time. So that means an airplane flight, preceded by an hour's drive just to get to the airport. And whoever goes will be provided with enough money for not only their ticket, but food, a motel, and any other expenses that might come up along the way. It's an all-expenses-paid trip. Any takers?
So, just get this straight here. It's a free flight, free tickets, free food and hotel, and any expenses. Sounds a bit of a toughie. Go on then, I'll do it.
Guys?
Holy crap in the hat. He done tore everything up. That's some of the guns. Where's all my good guns? Or dang thing gonna smash my guns.
How many did you have? Here's two, I think. But you ain't gonna like 'em.
Yeah, that's the one I left them here. The other two we took with us.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
What?
It done mashed up my old lady's pots. She gonna kill me.
Oh, hell, just wait. You can buy the old sour trough. Look at what it done did to my old tent. You know how long I had this tent?
Everything is destroyed. Hell, it done ate all the dang food, too.
Yeah, everything but that there can of spam. Guess Bigfoot don't care much for it neither.
The hell with the spam. Everything's destroyed.
That brown fella better get here mighty quick like before I pump Bigfoot's ass full of lead.
Yes, I will. Thank you. I'll see you then. Goodbye. Well, the security tech should be here within the hour. Charlie's on the way to the airport now. So that leaves us with not much else to do except sit and listen to the next installment of the journal. Yellow Bear, that's your cue.
Yeah, she's been stuck in the teepee with the Sasquatch right outside for a while now. I want to know what happens next.
You must learn patience, young paleface. It does not matter how long you wait. As a white poet once said, the song remains the same. Everyone in camp was awakened by my scream. The teepee flap flew open and Tall Elk was standing there.
He asked why I screamed. I said I was dreaming and it seemed real. I thought I saw a hairy one. Tall Elk asked who left 2 deer outside the teepee without stretching the hide and stripping the meat. My mother said she did not know. I knew in an instant that it was not my imagination. The hairy one came to our teepee and left meat. Tall Elk was staring at me. He asked, "Do you know anything of these deer?" I could not look into his eyes for fear he would know I was not speaking the truth. "I do not know," I told him. Tall Elk knew many things, and the chief often asked his advice on matters. This is a great honor for a warrior to be asked by the chief for his words, and Tall Elk kept gazing at me. Then said, "Are you sure, White Fawn? Where did you and Red Feather slip away to yesterday?" "We just went bathing in the river and talked," I told him. I could see in his eyes he was not sure I spoke the truth. Then he said there would be no more leaving the camp. My mother questioned me after Tall Elk had left. She somehow knew I was not telling all that I knew, but I said nothing about the hairy one. I just hoped Red Feather would say nothing also. The next morning, the camp was buzzing and everyone was busy. My father and the other hunters had returned with much meat and hides to attend to. My mother told me to start fetching water from the river. I saw Red Feather walking with her water skins down the pathway, so I hurried to catch up with her. She saw me and asked, "Did you tell Tall Elk or your mother about the hairy one?" "No," I said, and asked her the same. She said no. We were both happy that we had kept our secret, for we would have felt the sting of a bow across our backs if anyone would find out we did not speak the truth of the happening. We spent much time drawing water from the river, stretching hides and pinning them to the ground, and all the while my mind was filled with questions about the hairy one. Why did he come to my teepee and leave meat? Things like this are done by a warrior who is courting a maiden. Was this the way of the hairy ones also? Is this hairy one trying to court me? Perhaps he is alone after all and is just being friendly. I have so many questions. I am just hoping no one else from the camp sees him, for they will surely drive him off. A celebration of a successful hunt began after the day's chores. Everyone danced and sang to the drums. It was a good time. Much meat was in the camp, and we all were happy. The huge fire burned, and I thought the tribes all throughout the land would see its glow. The men smoked, and we all gave thanks to the Creator. These were special times after the hunt. My mind wandered far from camp, wondering about the hairy ones. Did they celebrate the way we do? Suddenly, my father stood and hushed the camp. He said while on the hunt they had come across a small group of Cherokee men, and they all spent that night together. These men said there is a story from another tribe to the north where a trusted tribesman was invited to attend the extinguishing of light for an elderly member of the Woods People clan. It was during these last moments of an elderly male's life that he shared all the knowledge and thoughts that he had gathered over his time on Earth. Much of what he shared is a closely guarded secret, but one of his thoughts was that while he felt compassion for the hairless tribes, it would be dangerous for hairy forest dwellers to allow too much interaction with them. Some of the men in camp thought this was an insult. They did not want to avoid our kind. They were the ones that were sneaking into our camps and raiding smoke pools and empty nets, taking the food that tribespeople needed to survive. Talk around the fire quickly turned to the hairy ones. My mind did not wander. Now I listened to every word. Many were saying the hairy ones never took all the food. They always left some behind for the village. Others screamed that that was only because they took so much they could carry no more. What about the snatching of women from the camps, they said. Why do they not take their own kind as wives? Why do they not ask permission to court the maidens? If another tribe came during the night and stole women and food, we would make war with them. The chief stood and raised his arms. He said, "This is a time of celebration, not a time to speak of making war." He said he would talk more of this with the warriors and medicine man another time. But for now, there would be no more talk of the hairy ones. It was time for thanks and celebration. The drums began, and the chatter quickly turned to song and laughter again, and this was good. This was the time I slipped away and walked back to our teepee. I knew I should get some sleep, for with my father gone hunting for many days now and returning, he and mother would surely be making love all night, and I would get no sleep when they returned to the teepee. When I got away from the fire, I could hear the whooping sounds and whistles in the distance. They were watching my hairy friend and his kind. I could tell by the sounds he was not alone. There were others, and this made me feel good. For no one should be alone in this world. I could hear something else, faint footsteps approaching me. Oh no, I thought to myself, he would not come to the camp with so many watching. I saw a figure approaching. I was relieved when I saw it was Tall Elk. "What do you want, Tall Elk?" I asked. He said, "I am watching you, White Fawn, and I saw you slip away again. I wanted to make sure you were not leaving the camp." "No," I said. "I was tired and I was going to the teepee. Can you hear them?" he asked. "Hear who?" I said. "The cries from beyond the hairy ones." "Is that what it is?" I replied. "I thought it was an owl." He gazed at me for a while and then said, You are wise, White Fawn. I see you would have made a strong warrior, but remember, you are a woman, and you will do what is expected of a woman. Do not try to do the things a warrior does, for you will surely fail, and this would put you in danger, and also you may fall out of favor with the tribe and surely be banished. Speak to no one about this talk, and I will do the same. You are a fine woman, White Fawn. You have many things to offer a husband, and I know you are coming of age. So please put your mind on these things, not things away from the tribe. Good night. I breathed a sigh of relief. Tall Elk somehow knew what I was thinking and doing without anyone saying anything to him. I will have to be wiser next time I slip away. One thing is for certain. I will make sure Tall Elk is not in camp when I do. Tomorrow will be a good day to sneak away for a while. All the men will sleep late after the celebrating, and I will have time for myself. I do not hear the sounds off in the distance anymore. Just the drumming making my eyes grow heavy. I will sleep now. The next morning, I awoke early again. I did not tell Red Feather I was sneaking off. This time, I wanted to be alone. I walked the river again and came upon the spot where Red Feather and I saw the hairy one 2 moons ago. I waded into the water. It was cool, and the early morning air was cool also, so I did not stay in the water long. Summer is surely not far off. The south wind will bring the warmth soon enough. I walked up the big hill to the edge of a rock I knew, where it seemed you could see forever. The mist still covered the meadow below me like smoke from a winter fire. But grandfather's sun is burning it right off before my eyes. The beauty of Mother Earth can be seen from here as if you were looking through the eyes of a great eagle. I sat for a long while in this spot watching the meadow below, hoping to catch a glimpse of the hairy one. I see movement. Could it be? Oh, it is. I see one. And another. Wait, there are more. Something is different. There are 4 of them, and not one of them is the hairy one I saw. Something is behind me.
What are you doing here, White Fawn?
Then on Saturday, Brooksdale will have temperatures in the mid-60s with partly cloudy skies, southerly winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and gusts up to 15. Then overnight dropping into the low 40s with clear skies, sunshine Sunday morning. And now it's time for One Opinion with Jennifer Sims. Jennifer?
Over the last 10 years, it has been my personal goal here at KRQR News to bring you the most honest and accurate news coverage of any and every story, with truth being of the utmost importance. I've always promised myself that as long as I had a voice, I would proclaim that truth. But in recent days, I have discovered that there are those here who would want my voice stifled. I have discovered a conflict between the people's right to know and the people's best interest, as some would call it. But it is this reporter's opinion that the best interest of the people is the truth. After all, no one would like it if they were told the water was safe to swim in, if the truth was that that same water contained man-eating sharks. Well, it is this reporter's opinion that the powers that be here at KRQR News have been suppressing and withholding the news concerning the recent explosion at the Brooksdale post office. It is this reporter's opinion that there is more going on in that incident than meets the eye. But those in charge here have informed me that ratings are more important than the truth, and that the truth is irrelevant, and that honesty and accuracy in news reporting is outdated. Well, it is this outdated reporter's opinion that KRQR News is full of it. And that is why I hereby resign.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. Better not try to stand in my way as I'm walking out the door. Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more.
Sometimes I feel like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels. Lonely as I am, together we cry. Hang on a second. There he is again. Who is that back there?
Science Lab, Jonathan speaking.
Jonathan, hi, it's Charlie. Look, I'm almost to the airport, but I just wanted to ask you, you didn't happen to send someone else on this trip, did you? You know, like someone to protect me or keep an eye out and watch my back, something like that?
No, why?
Just because every time I look in the mirror, I see the same black car. It's been with me for nearly the whole trip. It keeps dropping off and then appearing again. Remember how I told you I'm a trained observer?
Yeah?
Jonathan, I think I'm being followed.